Yeah, we're gonna try this blue-green Titan deck that performed decently in the last challenge. It's interesting. 31 lands, ramp spells, and counter spells. And Uro. Which is interesting. One thing that is kind of weird to me is that it omits Growspire entirely. Although there's plenty of lands that don't cast Growspire, so I guess I understand why it does that. And then like in other matchups, like slower matchups, you can cut Grazers, you can use like 2 mana counter spells as your bridge to your 3 mana ramp that bridges to your Highmakers. You have 4 Uros, which you can escape from your graveyard. You have access to fetch lands for Mystic Sanctuary, which can buy back counter spells or Pulse of Murasa. One card that could potentially work with Mystic Sanctuary, or even 2 cards that would work with Mystic Sanctuary, are the 2 lands that the 2 mythic lands from Zendikar, the flip cards Seagate Restoration and Temtimber Symbiosis, which are omitted here, but you know, it does seem like they could have some upside, so that's kind of curious. The deck is mostly not fumbling around with some wonky lands, mostly just playing the good ones. No Vesuvas, no Radiant Fountains, just fetches to fuel Uro, differently named lands, Valakuts, a Waterblood Grove, but it's sensible that it is built the way it is. Only 1 Castle Garenbrig even. So I'm gonna try it as it is, before I make any changes. If you are nearly beating something, doesn't matter. Coming close is the same as coming nowhere near close. Yeah, that's what I said too, right? One thing that is not cool, said the mirror match. One thing that is not cool is that Arboreal Grazer, the Lion of Elysian Grove hands suck ass because you don't have enough lands to utilize that. Chant can only give 19 damages at their best, exactly. Chant is really good at dealing 19 damages. Can get there nearly every game, but it's the 20th one, 20 damage that is problematic. I guess I can just be playing regular Amulet. Yeah, it seems like regular Amulet, so they're gonna shit their pants when they mana leak their Titan next turn. Grazer, free toughness, mana leak, pay free. Will my opponent play another one on the next turn? Obviously, but you know, that's beyond my control. I guess I should have fetched a Breeding Pool on turn 1 because then I could have had Sanctuary easier. Right, 4 mana. Now you tap the other 2. And you do what? You play Titan, okay. This explosives XD. I want another mana leak. So I want Sanctuary back a mana leak to untap, play Pulse on a fetch. Or do I want to prioritize myself getting... They obviously don't have a Titan right now. It means that they probably gonna have more lands. I think I'd have more shots at lands. Well, I guess they're gonna cast Temtimber. Alright, I guess through it anyway, so good. What is a Polish Christmas like, Kaniki? It's the same as non-Polish Christmas. You watch, what's the English name of the movie? Kevin Sam w domu? Home Alone. You watch Home Alone and you eat Christmas food. What's your favorite Christmas food? Barszcz z łóżkami. What is typical Polish Christmas food? Barszcz z łóżkami. Own pasta. I think this deck could use, like, if it wants to play Grazers, it could use a few more bounce lands. I'll play... Oh, Dryad, fine. Incredible. Uszka to taki rodzaj pierogów. I guess I'll say that in English. Uszka, more like pierogi. I've been out-defeated because I drew Arboreal Grazer. I had the Grazers and have more interaction because the interaction is good and the Grazers are bad. Maybe let's have like this members for the Dryad, is it bad? Necessarily. I don't really think I want any Grazers because I don't need to be faster because I can counter their things. And it's just a waste of a draw step often enough when it doesn't block. So I guess I'll have 2 dismembers to kill the Dryads. I keep this and I forgot I have Cryptic Command my deck. If I'm being honest with you, I absolutely forgot. Steve Bro can't eat Ushka not for Christmas. So please don't violate years of Polish tradition with your meal. I think this deck should be playing Growth Sparrow instead of Grazer. Grazer is just too bad. Because then you can keep the mana and play the things. But Growth Sparrow makes sense with mana leaks, right? Curious choice over Relic of Progenitus. This deck has infinite Pepija things. Thanks for the input, John Star. Deck looks nice. That depends, like, you know, it changes every 2 turns or like every game. Looks nice and looks terrible. You don't even have blue. I think they're playing around my league. What deck would you recommend for Standard Ladder at the moment? Gruul is the best deck, but not best enough that it would be best deck to play, so... A deck that I liked a lot from the tournament that has happening from Zendika Racing Championship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll show you the deck in a moment. If I find it, because for some reason they split the deck lists on magic.gg. There you go, magic.gg deck lists, and they split them into Zendika Rising Championship Standard Decklist AK, Zendika Rising Championship Standard Decklist LC. And the deck I wanted to recommend was the Rogues deck by Polo Vitor, but I don't know if... Where is he gonna be? Polo Vitor Damo da Rosa? Which name are they gonna use? But I think Andre was playing mostly the same, right? And you've seen Andre's list. Yeah, Off One Mind. That's pretty impressive. Finally PV caught up to your One of Mind tech and Rogues, which means you are an MPL tier deck builder. That you mentioned that to me during my arena streams and I absolutely disregarded that. Very possible that I did. But like now I look at it and it looks excellent to me. And very smart. Oh, they're boiling. It's fine. This free lands, okay. Nice of open to give you lethal, 2 islands. How they give me lethal? I lost 3 islands. You say it looks fine, but then move to Gruul. Okay. When, like, Gruul is a fine deck, but also when you draw the, like, non-adventure creatures part of your deck, but the Brushfire Elemental part of your deck, you, like, frequently can't win since the opening hands were dealt. When you draw the adventure cards, you can beat everybody. And, like, you have a lot more game, etc. But the rest of the deck is just creatures. I think there's a cap on, like, how strong you can be with Gruul. It's a little bit limited. Hey, look. And you know, sometimes you play against the Esper deck, and the moment they play turn 3 Elspeth's Nightmare, you know you can't win. There are downsides to that. Gruul deck. What do we do now? What we gonna search? Ghost Quarter? I think Ghost Quarter and Oboro? No, Ghost Quarter fetch to threaten this. We can get Ghost Quarter. Actually, you can get Ghost Quarter and bounce land, and you can bounce the Ghost Quarter. Destroy their land, so they have to reshuffle their Titan, which I put on top. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4. They're also gonna go -1 mana. I don't know if that matters. You also just keep up the Ghost Quarter. I guess I need to play into my mana leak then if they want to play their Titan. So it's probably fine if I go Growth Chamber, Ghost Quarter. But I think I win anyways. But I'm gonna have the like crucial mana instead. Let's say shuffle a Titan, so they won't have a Titan. Oboro now good, I think worse than, well, not immediately necessary because I have a land drop in my hand. So yeah, Gruul has those issues where you just like know that you can't win, but taking rogues and having 4 into the story, and then also like adding 3 more excellent draw spells, which are, I assume, quite easy to trigger because the condition 4, because the crabs tend to stick. High toughness, 1 mana. And the Wind Robber is unattractive to kill because it will cycle. If you target with a removal spell, it also tends to stick, so you need one of your humans creatures, which also they'll have flash and etc. So, you know, just having 1 mana, draw 2, kind of leaning more into things going well. Also, you know, some people online were saying that green food is good against rogues, but that's just a lie, and don't believe those people. That's just bullshit. Because that might be true in some cases, but certainly that's not true against the crab. The crab just mills the green deck before it can win. And it can do that so consistently. Because the green deck doesn't have any haste, any source of damage, so even if it has a card advantage, even if it can assemble like card advantage, just draw a lot of cards with Trail, can be like, okay, I have a limited amount of removal spells. I can only kill your creatures, you know, to some point, but very well that point might be before that happens. Lots of duels needed for turn 1 black and blue in the same deck. It looks harder than it plays out. The reason for that is, I think, because there is some fixing through quantity of lands in this deck. It plays like more lands than it would need for the Carafe of mono 1-drops, because it actually does aim play longer game. 25 lands in a deck. Just stop feeling shit. Deck needs land 6 to not miss land drops. Could be occasionally quite good, I agree, but I think first and foremost it needs no Grazer, but a drawing cantrip spell, a drawing ramp spell. XT upon Exploded, they have 3 cards in their hand, so what can they do to me? I probably should have played a fetch, because now they can boil me. Should have played fetch uncracked. I play another Amulet. I accept your Amulet. Is for -1 is my quick maths. Is Force and banned? He was banned a few days ago, I think. Is Force and banned on Twitch? Twitch Force and streamer was hit with a ban on the platform November 26. I think I will just chill and play my fetches to play around Boil. Free mana to pay for the mana leak, ready. Grazer down. No Vel. Nobody plays Vel in Amulet, they play Boil because everybody is simple-minded and has to pick a lane, otherwise they are uncomfortable. They die next turn? I think so, right? So I play Primal Titan, get a Valakut, and another land. So can I play land first? It's the same, right? Because I won't be... well, I'll just play it. Valakut plus Vesuva are 18 damage, or no Vesuva in the deck. No Vesuva in the deck. But we also deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 6. Also get 30 extra damage on top of what you said, so we're fine. Too powerful. See, interaction is broken with chat. I'm actually too old this deck. Alright, I changed the deck a little. More lands, 2 growth chambers, less grazers, more growth spirals, 2 spell lands to find if the Titan to pick up with growth chamber. I don't know if those are the perfect ones or not, but I kinda like the idea of having Balagat Recovery. 2 mana leak to remain as counters cheap, 3 Crypticon as counters expensive, and then the rest is in the sideboard. Growth spiral I think is gonna work well because can, you know, hold up growth spiral / remand and decide what to do. And like the grazers, you can't play those grazers because then you just have too many ways to put lands into play, but you don't have lands, especially if you play less lands. Technically the symbiosis you can get back with Mystic Sanctuary too, which is a pretty sizable threat, although it's kinda random if you're gonna hit or not on the Titan, of course. Catch name is Bulka. I'm gonna type it out in the chat. Wow, perfect hand. Grazer into Growth Chamber. Very rude of that singer. Why isn't your remote working? Because you use the Polish sign, which is not present in the word. I play this hour. I think we don't need to play the hour because my opponent could cryptic but could also not cryptic. They could also choose mana leak, so I can maybe wait for being mana leak resistant. And also like not let my opponent play Jace. And if they go cryptic and they have force and then they play Jace and I might die to a Jace. And next turn I already trigger the field and get zombies. Opponent's missing land traps, so like there is no hurry. Cryptic command mana waste. Let's go, let's flow. Yeah, they got like cryptic by zombie end of turn. Fine. I'm gonna leak a factor fiction because that's going kinda big. You force it. Sure. Curious. Tail Sand, Abrupt Decay, Spell Snare. None of those cards do anything. Guess I let my opponent take 2 lands versus 3 spells still. Guess Spell Sand works on this. Did I have 5 all right and left today? I only for once. Took 3 spells. Interesting. Alright, let's not get countered on the spiral then. Factor friction. That spikes less? Yeah, it does. I recognize that Ailsent. What? Come on, opponent. Force this? I mean, that's fine with me. It's just surprising. I guess they thought that they're not gonna use the spiral for anything else. And there's those two. And 4 unknowns. No, I think they just thought that this person is gonna be dead. I think I will still wait. And go scroll to myself for mana if I need to. Triple blue, but like Snapcaster into push, it's fine. Oboro. Blood Chasers. Have you considered playing the blue-green filter lands? Yeah, I thought about it. But after I joined the league, and I didn't even vocalize it, but I think it could be sensible to play that. Now we have enough blue. I need to have it untapped, I guess. Yeah, it's still better because of the 50 commands. I think it's worth it to play one potentially. Any reason to play Out of Promise now? Not really, they have open mana, just let them trade the mana nicely. I mean, if they counter it, they can counter the Cryptic, so I guess that's an upside, but they can mana leak the Cryptic afterwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But my opponent's dead on board, so I'm gonna wait for them to die. How important is the Radiant Fountain? I added it to have any life gain. Not super important, as you see it's pretty problematic this game. Then they die. Guess you can kill 2 zombies. No, they just die. Fair. Fair enough. This control, I'm gonna sideboard Veil of Summer over an Arboreal Grazer. And I guess over an Uro. Not much sideboarding happening in this deck in general, but Uro is quite some life gain too though. True, but enough. Getting some life gain from Titan. What I meant. Especially with the Radiant Fountain. It's could be better than a blue-green land, given that this deck is a Cryptic command deck. I don't know if I should keep this. Actually, I think I'll move. Because I can die to Ashok then. Spike seems like a guy who would put many Ashoks in his sideboard. So I would rather have some interruptions against the Ashoks early in the game. Lantern can be fine versus them. I'm always doubtful of that, but I don't think I would call a person crazy for boarding Soulguide Lantern in the deck post board. Draw Spiral nice here, as I get to keep it up with Remand. No, I was sucking Lantern of Insight, okay. Cryptic command deck, by the way. Why did I not play blue one? I guess I did now. Yes. What's this? Archmage's Charm? Oh no, Shack Typhoon X1. Sure. Titan can get gassed obviously, but I gust. I top. Profit my cavern. Okay. Spell I get good or meme? I was curious. Probably not great, but I think maybe better than Seagate Restoration. It's good. It's good. Trust me, it's good, it's good. Yubi. What the hell? Special now is gonna screenshot that and send it to Aspiring Spike's Tail Sand collection, and he's gonna have more concrete proof that the card is good to show off. And like, it was pretty fine here. Like, it was pretty fine, I guess, if my opponent has a way to kill the Titan, as long as they do. But seems like they don't. Yeah, they'll send it again now. Not again. They'll send so good, yeah. So good this game. Yuppie. I showed concrete proof that Bamat could do something. Yeah, I got sent a screenshot from both sides. Pretty funny that both players involved in the incident decided to send it to me. Wow. GG. Opponent GGing me because my Primal Titan got shuffled to my deck. Oh no, I won. Because finally, like, Gasset immediately typed GG. Tail Send MVP. Imagine if they Gasset my Titan and then they Tail Send my fetch. They just split the bounty. I did not give anything to anyone so far. It's just because he had a billion zombies. Yeah, which is also why they conceded, but it was like funny that it looked unclear.